Good morning. This is Ralph Fletcher um, talking to you from New Hampshire, from Lee, New Hampshire, where I live. And it's a cold day up here. I've got my writing clothes on, my comfortable shirt, my vest, because it is cold. But I thought I'd also read something to you today. Now, some of you guys know that I wrote Marshfield Dreams when I was a kid, my memoir. And I have a new book, a new memoir, Marshfield Memories, more stories about growing up. And I thought that I would read one of the stories from that book. Um, it's called Pocketful of Trouble. Mom always emptied our pockets before she threw them in the washing machine. She could tell which pockets belonged to which kid according to what she found in those pockets. My pockets usually contained a small notebook and my big pen. In Jimmy's pockets, Mom might find rocks, fossils, scraps of rope, carved wood, metal ball bearings, stuff like that. Tommy's, marbles, money, plastic army guys. Laney's, shells, beach glass, colorful leaves. Bobby, acorns, bottle caps, and dandelion heads. Johnny, action figures and matchbox cars. Emptying our pockets seemed like Emptying our pants pockets before washing them seemed like a sensible idea, but it could be hairy for Mom because she never knew what she might discover when she reached in. One time, she reached into a pair of pockets. She felt something warm and smooth. It was milkweed silk. Another time, she reached into some pants pockets and was shocked to find something wriggling, a tiny toad. Jimmy had found it by the small creek that ran behind our house and stuck it in his pocket. With toad in hand, Mom marched downstairs and gave Jimmy a stern lecture about the mistreatment of animals. She and Dad often preached that every life is sacred in God's eyes and shouldn't be harmed. They were strict about that. Jimmy felt bad. Nobody loved nature any more than he did. He had carefully tucked the toad into his front pockets, intending to set it free later, but had forgotten to take it out. Luckily, the toad wasn't harmed. Mom directed Jimmy to release the creature in the woods, which is what he did. Given all that commotion, nobody should have been surprised by what happened a few days later. Tommy found a piece of a wasp nest in the ground, brownish gray, about the size of a tennis ball. He showed it to me. We could see rows and rows of wasp larvae lined up inside the comb. They seemed to be dormant. That weekend, our family took a trip to Fall River, Mass. To visit Grandma Maggie and Grandpa Fletcher. On Sunday, when we got back home, Laney got out of the car for us and scampered to the back door. Peering through the glass, she saw something that gave her pause. "What is it?" Jimmy demanded. "Come on, open the door. I've got to pee." "There's a bunch of big flies buzzing around the kitchen," Laney managed, standing up on her tiptoes. "No, wait. It's not flies. I think they're bees." "Let me see," Jimmy said, pushing past her. "Hey, they're not bees. They're wasps." Staring through the glass, I could see them flying around, a fleet of wasps. "Holy smokes," Dad said softly. "The house is infested. So what do we do now?" Laney put her hands on her hips. "Where will we sleep?" Bobby asked. "In the woods," Jimmy told him. "But I don't want to sleep in the woods." Bobby glanced around uneasily. "It's spooky out there." "We can stay at Terry and Dexter's house," Mom said. "They'll put us up for the night." "I better call the exterminator," Dad muttered. "Definitely." Mom nodded. "Call them first thing in the morning." "I will," Dad promised. Jimmy grinned and shook his head. "What's so funny?" Mom demanded. "You guys are always saying that every life is sacred in God's eyes," Jimmy reminded them. "But the exterminator? The exterminator's one and only job is to kill bugs." Mom gave him a murderous look. "Be quiet. I'm not in the mood." By doing some detective work, I was able to piece together what had happened. Tommy must have stuck the wasp nest in his pants pockets and forgotten about it. Before he went to Fall River, he left his dirty pants behind the chair in the corner of his bedroom, so Mom never found them. We were gone for a whole weekend. During that time, the warm air inside the house must have roused the wasplings from their slumber. They must have gotten hungry enough to crawl out of Tommy's pockets and start flying around in search of food. I told everyone my theory. "Sorry," Tommy told Mom, but she wasn't having any of that. "Don't sorry me, Tommy. Next time remember to put your dirty pants in the hamper so I can wash them." "I will," he said meekly. "I promise." For the next few days, Mom stayed mad at Tommy. I guess we all did. Still, I felt a stab of stubborn admiration at Tommy's love of the raw outdoors, not to mention his fearlessness. How many kids would find a nest crammed with wasp larvae and stick it in their pants pockets? Thank you.